This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, I replied to your mail.
Yeah, I received.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So we created an entity, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Now we will see the other types, okay? Now I am going to create a subtype. What is a subtype? Any idea?
No.
Okay. So have you heard the term inheritance?
Yes.
What is inheritance?
Yeah, super method we can access in subclass by using extends.
Same,
Yeah.
same way. Subtype is nothing but it is a parent. Sorry, it is a child of a parent, okay? So
Okay.
that is why when I create an entity, I have lot of properties, correct?
Yes.
Type of an entity, extendable, exportable, final. When I create a subtype, can you see I have only one property?
Yes. Only one
So,
property.
which is nothing but final. So when you create a subtype, you cannot override the extendable and exportable, okay? You can only
Okay.
override the final property. So what is a subtype? When you create a subtype, it must have a supertype, okay?
Okay.
Can you see why sample is not coming? Can you see lot of entities are present, correct?
Yeah, sample is not coming. Correct.
Why? Any idea?
Because we selected fine.
Exactly. We
Final.
made final equal to true.
Okay.
Okay. If you make final equal to false,
We can subtype.
can you see sample? I made
Still no.
final equal to false, right? I think I have not saved final equal to false. Oh, sorry. Sample final equal to. Can you see final equal to 4? I'm making it to false.
Okay.
So it chooses subtype. Can you see sample is coming?
Yes.
Which means it can be a subtype, okay? Can you see when I create a sample, I do not have a table name,
Yes.
which means all your subtypes will store in the same table.
Okay.
Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Sample sub. Okay. Now, if you want to make this as final, you can. If you make this final, what will happen? You cannot create a subtype for this.
For this entity.
That's
Correct. Yeah.
now, how can we access a subtype? Okay, you have to understand one important concept. When you create a subtype, your subtype and supertype should not have the same column name.
Okay.
It will not allow. Why? Guideware may allow, but during server restart, it will close. Okay, it
Okay.
will your server won't be up.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm telling is I cannot create a same column. I can, but I am not supposed to do it. Can you
Okay.
see?
Yes. Error.
Column date calls is a duplicate property with the same
Yeah.
name.
Because all
You
the columns are
because
available in
both are same
subtype.
table, correct?
Yes.
So you are not supposed to create it. Clear?
Yes. So we can create new columns only, right?
Wait, yeah.
Okay.
So if you create a decimal, you have to create a scale. If you have, you can also create precision.
Okay. Till what decimal should I?
Exactly, exactly. You know, right? What is scale? What is precision?
No, precision I don't know.
So if I put,
Um,
okay,
okay.
if I give scale and precision, okay, if I give scale and precision equal to 3 and scale equal to 2, then it will be taking, it will be taking like this. So out of that, 2 digit will be your scale, okay?
Okay.
So this is not Guidewire related, it is available in Google also. Okay, scale is nothing but the number after the decimal point. Precision is the first number, okay?
Okay.
1 minute. Give me a second.
Yeah.
So you are not supposed to do it. Apart from that, it is also having the same property. If you can add, you can any number of columns, okay? Clear?
Yes.
So we made this entity, okay? So you cannot create a subtype for sample sum.
Yeah. Since it is final.
Sample sum. So you cannot create a sample sum because it is already final. Okay.
Yes.
Now, if you want, if you create any entities, it is better to restart your server. Okay.
Okay.
So now let's see how can we access the properties. Where sample equal to sample. Okay.
So this is goes to using this
Yeah,
one. Okay.
it's like a text file where you can
Okay.
execute your logic. And okay, can you see all the columns I can access?
Yes, correct.
But
It's
I am not able to access the desi columns because it is my child. But
child.
if I
Correct.
am doing, Do I have a column name? Yes, I have. Can you see? A child can be accessed as parent.
Yeah.
So that is what the difference. Okay. So when you create an entity, it will be a table. When you create a subtype, it will not create a table. Instead, it will be overridden in the same entity. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now there are
So,
three more entity types, right?
yeah.
Which are
So for subtype, there is no table, right? You won't create any table.
yes, yes. Only in
Only for,
Guidewire you have subtype, view type, and all. But when you go
okay.
to table, it is the same table.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the third type is called view entity. Can you see in view entity also you don't have a table name?
Yes.
Basically, view entity is nothing but it is combination of multiple entities and provide the list of results or provides a result set which is virtual. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, you can Google it, you will get an answer. Okay. It's a virtual table based on the result set of an SQL statement. So you can have multiple tables and it will give you a list of data.
Okay.
Okay. But it is a virtual table means it won't create a table. It just so why we create view to reduce the performance.
Okay.
So you don't require to write multiple joins and all. If you want to call it, you call the view, it will give you the data. Okay.
Correct.
So say that is why we have primary entity and supertype entity. Okay. As it is a supertype, you have it. You choose. Okay, you can create view. So same way you can also create. So are you clear with entity, subtype, view entity?
Yeah. View entity,
Clear?
we need to,
View
while,
entities are nothing but a virtual table which will be having multiple two or more entities and you can create a result set based on
okay.
it.
Based on the 2, 3 tables. Okay.
Exactly, exactly.
It won't create any tables.
Yes,
Just
it
okay.
is being created to reduce the performance.
Perform. Okay.
Now we are going to discuss about non-persistent entity. Okay. What is meant by non-persistent? What is meant by persistent?
Okay.
Any idea?
Persist meant like whatever we are storing in
Exactly.
table.
Persistent means we are storing the data into database.
Yes.
Non-persistent means we are not storing, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
If you are not storing anything, why we require a table?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is nothing but in messaging. You do you know what is message queue?
Mm, so we will be sending from one system to another system.
Yes. Why do we need messaging?
Uh,
You
Messaging,
can,
if yeah,
yeah, you can give an example.
okay,
Why do we, you only asked me, right? Message queue.
yeah,
Why do
correct.
we require messaging? Any idea? You just give a try.
Okay, I mean, like if we want to send some data from one system to other system.
Exact. Messaging is nothing but it's like a notification. So in WhatsApp or phone message, they will send a message means we will get notified, right?
Yes,
So
correct.
same way when a task is done, if you want to send a notification to a third party system, then you can send a message through messaging. Okay. Messaging is a concept, right?
Notification. Yeah.
It's a generic concept, correct?
Yes, correct.
To do messaging, what we require. So for example, when you create a policy, you have to send a message. When you create a contact, you have to send a message. When you create an account, you have to send a message. So it is a very generic entity, correct?
Yes, correct.
But policy period, they are not generic, correct?
Yeah.
So if that is the case, what we can do is we can create a non-persistent entity. In that
Hmm.
non-persistent entity, we can ask, don't store any data. Instead, you help you to transact.
Okay.
Okay. We have a messaging context. This is a non-persistent entity. Can you see? We don't store data here.
Yes, no data. Correct.
So you can use this entity to transact data from one system to another. So,
Okay.
but you do not store any data.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
It's clear, right?
So how will sending this data will be stored?
That I will explain you clearly when I take
Okay.
messaging. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Finally, delegate. What is meant by delegate?
Mm.
Any idea what is a delegate?
Mm. No. No.
Okay. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
The question is very simple. I have an entity called AB contact. Okay.
Okay.
And I have an entity called AB person. I have an entity called AB company. I have an
Okay.
entity called AB user. Same way I have an, okay, let's stop here. In AB contact, I will be having name, ID, email, primary email address, secondary email address 1, address 2, city, state, country. In AB person, he is a person, correct? So he
Yes.
will be having first name,
First name, last name,
1 second,
data.
primary phone, secondary phone. first name, last name, middle name. In company, we will be having organization name, correct?
Yes.
But we don't store this. So, etc. we will be having. Can you tell me what are all the common field we have? Primary email address,
Secondary email address, address 1,
secondary
address
email
2,
address 1, address 2, address 3, city, state.
city, state, country.
Primary phone number.
Primary phone, secondary phone. Yeah, those are common.
Okay, if you look at here, to avoid this duplication, what Guidewire is telling, create a delegate.
Okay.
Create a delegate, phone number delegate, address delegate, okay. What they will do, you can create multiple delegates and use this. So can you see it reduces the hell lot of work, correct?
Yes. Duplicate. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
That is what delegate is. So what you have to do is you can create a delegate and you can add column here.
okay.
And in sample, you can add the delegate as implements entity. Okay. I'm going to add AB contact. Can you see there is an error?
Yes.
What is the error telling?
Attempt to include delegate name, AB contact. But that is not delegate. Yeah.
AB contact is not a delegate.
Not
You are
delegate one.
supposed to add.
Sample delegate.
Same way, you can also use implements interface. Here, instead of using delegate entity, you can use interface. Okay.
Okay.
So I have a task for you. You have to learn or you have to read through the PPTs and explain me what is edge foreign key in the next session. Okay. I have a
Okay.
simple task for you. Go through the PPTs
Okay.
and you have to tell me what is edge foreign key.
Okay.
Okay.
So
When
that is okay.
maybe Monday, shall I ask the question?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are good with the entities, correct?
Yes.
Now let's see what is extensions. What is extension? What is an extension?
Yeah. So if you want to existing entity, if you want add any additional.
Why do we need to add existing entity?
Okay.
Why
Sorry.
do you
Why do?
require?
Okay. Extension entity.
Okay, I'll tell you.
So if we do not want to modify entity, only we do not, if we do not, I don't want to touch the original entity.
I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay.
For example, I have my AB contact available. Okay. What I am telling, my AB contact email address is only 60 characters. Now my requirement is telling I can add 100 characters.
Okay.
Then I have to create an ETX and I can override the property. Can you see?
Oh. Okay.
Or if I want to add a validator, I can do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can do that original entity also, right? We can increase size.
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, as you said, can you see? I cannot have access to create columns and all.
Okay.
I can create an ETX and I can add. Can you see?
Modify. Yes.
Clear? How
Yeah.
can I do? Right click, select
Okay.
extensions, choose the entity
Any
name.
of the
That's it.
entity.
Okay. What is the difference between ETI, extensions and subtype? Both the places we are adding new columns to the existing ones, correct?
Correct.
If that is the case, what is the difference? Main difference.
Subtypes, we are not modifying, right? Existing to existing. We're adding
Exactly.
additional
You are not touching anything.
anything.
And when you create a subtype, it's a different entity, correct?
Correct. Yes.
But here we can.
Okay.
Hope it is clear.
Sorry, can you repeat it?
Hope it
So
is clear.
subtype.
In case of subtype, you are creating a different ETI file,
Yes. Correct.
and which is like a parent child.
Yes.
But in ETX, you are overriding the same set of properties.
Okay. And modifying it. Yeah.
Exactly.
And in extension, can we add new column like that? We can.
Yes. Can you
Okay.
see? I can add.
We can add extension. Okay.
I can add. Can you see? It's accepting.
Yeah.
So that's all for today.